Hello there, you lovely lot. Welcome back to Crafters TV. It's Friday and we have got an amazing day of shows planned for you. Kicking off right here now with a wake-up call. We're going to have a little look at all the stuff that's coming up throughout the day. It's going to be a brilliant one because we've got a launch for you a little later. Some brand new Christmas sentiments. That's 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. on the East Coast. And then a little later, a masterclass, something a bit unusual. It's going to be a multimedia masterclass, which is wonderful. That'll be at 6 o'clock here in the UK, one on the East Coast. I am not on my own. I am reunited for the first time in what feels like months with Debby Robinson. How are you, Debbie? I've missed you.
I'm fine. I've missed you too. I was just saying to Ben last night, it's been months since we worked together, or it feels like it in my little world. So I'm absolutely chuffed to bits, can I say that? Chuffed to bits to be reunited with the gorgeous Joe. And what a day to be reunited as well. Because we've got some amazing things. I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of all the things that are coming up throughout the day, including that brand new launch. And everyone needs a sentiment in their life. Every single one of you needs sentiments, especially when it comes to Christmas card making, and these tick that box and some. So we've got those coming up. We've also got, like you said, the lovely Multimedia. I can't wait to get started with those because it's lovely to play with dies that you wouldn't necessarily think are paper crafting dies, but the Multimedia dies.
Yeah.
So that one's going to be a good show. Got some nice things lined up there as well. And me and producer Johnny, before the show, were talking about how amazing the show went last night on Cartload. So there may be one or two returning things in there, some that will shock you.
I can't believe those. I can't believe those paper pads. Come in and saw those paper pads on the side. I said, "What are all these paper pads doing out here?"
That was exactly my response last night. Well, yesterday morning, and I actually said to producer Johnny, "I think someone's left these paper pads out by mistake."
No.
Wait till you see the price. Honestly, if you missed any of the shows yesterday, don't worry. I'm not saying everything's back there because we've had loads of sellouts from last night, so not everything's back that was there, but there are some beauties still available for you. So yeah, it's going to be a good day.
It's going to be a great day. It is indeed. There's loads of brilliant deals and lots going on over on the website, so make sure, as always, you go over there and check those out. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Lots of you saying hi already. Sarah Brown says, hello, my crafty friends, Debbie and Joe, all the crew. Another cold night in Melbourne, Australia. It was -2.5 degrees in Melbourne the other night.
Wow.
-2.5 degrees, Debbie.
What,
Can you
cold?
quite believe that?
Actually,
Never
do you
gets
know
that
what?
cold.
I quite like that, actually.
Yeah.
Not going to lie, I am still hot and bothered. Although it's cool outside, not in Debbie's world, it's not. Which is why I've still got a fan blowing on me because I feel like I'm 110 degrees.
How did you cope Monday, Tuesday?
I'm not going to lie. Not very well.
I live like a vampire at mine.
Did you?
All the windows closed, all the blinds drawn all day. I've got like one fan, like one cooling fan. So all the windows closed, all the blinds drawn, one fan going all day. It was still very, very, very hot. Very hot. And mine's all windows, so you can imagine it's like a little oven in there.
Oh God, yeah, it's like because it's like a goldfish boil, yours. It's got those windows.
So Monday wasn't too bad, but by the end of Tuesday, I had literally had enough. Rhiannon's saying hi as well from Ballarat. Who else? We've got Betsy Thrups in from Houston, Texas. Jerry saying hi from Southern Maryland. Linny says, good morning, Joe, Debbie, CTV crew, social media superstar, and my crafty friends from a cold Edinburgh. Gonna have to put a jacket on to take the dog out for a walk. What is going on with the weather, Debbie?
Well, this is the thing about Britain. We talk about the weather. It's always a topic of conversation. If you ever want to strike up a conversation with a stranger, mention the weather, and off we go. Honestly, because we are just obsessed with the weather. Just be careful talking to strangers, though. Well, yeah, just be a little bit careful on who you're talking to. Yeah, but yeah, it's honestly this is what it's like. Our weather. We are like this all the time. I wish I was in Edinburgh right now because I love Edinburgh, one of my favourite places in the world, beautiful place. And I actually would welcome the coldness. Yes. Because I feel, look, steaming up again.
Steaming up, Debbie.
I tell you, I kid you not, I am 100,000 degrees now.
You are hot stuff, Debbie Robinson. Carol says, good morning, Debbie and Joe, from Debbie's neck of the woods, Barnsley. She's got 8 A's in there, Barnsley.
Hello, Carol from Barnsley.
Finally got it right, Debbie, following the correct channel. Love all that you do, my dear friends, but especially you.
Can I just tell you who this is? This is my really good dear friend. I love the lady to bits. That's Carol Kilner, who's probably watching right now, because she kept saying to me, Debbie, I keep commenting, but no one ever reads out my comments. And then I found out out she was watching the shows from my page.
Your page,
so
yes.
if you ever want to comment, anybody
It's a
who's
great point,
watching,
actually.
if you're watching right now, either on Joe's page or my page, if you want to comment in the social media superstars to pick it up, you need to be on the Crafters TV one to be watching us live. So Carol, mwah, to you, my little darling.
Yes.
I love her to bits.
And also if you're on
So
YouTube
pleased.
as well, we'll pick them up there on
Yeah,
the Crafts
absolutely,
Companion YouTube.
absolutely.
Alicia's good morning, greetings from Arkansas. To the best team and crafty family in the world. Stay cool for everyone. I got out of a taxi on the Monday, Debbie. I got out of a taxi. I had to take taxis everywhere. It was so hot. I never get a taxi anywhere. I got 3 taxis Monday and Tuesday. I got out of the taxi. I don't know why. I said to the guy, "Stay cool." What greeting is that like? Stay cool. Stay cool.
Down
I
with
meant
the
like,
kids, Joe,
what
down
I
with
meant
the
was
kids.
stay out of the sun. Keep cool. No, it's like, stay cool. Honestly, what am I like? Anyway, should we dive in and have a little look at some of the stuff that we've got coming up today? Let's
Definitely.
look at this new launch then, because loads of you already gone for this today. It's a brilliant. It's a really nice, concise collection of sentiments actually, and they're at a great price. You've got a 20% saving on that launch, which is brilliant when we bring you new products, but also give you savings on them. I think it is absolutely fabulous. So you've got 5 different sentiments in here for you, $27.96 or $35.80. Let me take you through them in a bit more detail. Now, you can, of course, just use the stamps on their own, so you get the happy and the holidays. They are separate as well, so you can mix and match to a degree with them if you wish. But when you add the die in there as well, what this does, it gives you that really lovely ability to sort of decoupage that up and get some dimension on there. So you've got this first one, which is Happy Holidays. You've also got Merry Christmas. Now, you could actually mix and match and change it, and change that to Happy Christmas if you wanted to. It's completely up to you how you want to play around with these. Then we've got Let It Snow, which is this one just here. Then Jingle All the Way, and you've also got Believe in the Magic of Christmas. Now, the best way to get the best value is always to get the bundle, but any two of these, £11 or $15 if you want to pick them up that way. They are, by the way, the Happy Holidays. You can only get that from us here at Crafters Companion and Crafters TV, so really worth bearing in mind. If you want that complete collection, then you wanted to get them from here. Jan says, "Hi Joe and Debbie, long time no see. Joe, can you believe it was 2 years since you were here in Ravello?" I know, 2 whole years ago. I was meant to go back in July this year. I was meant to go back in May this year, Jan, but you know, British Airways very kindly cancelled my flight. What can I say? But yeah, it feels like a lifetime ago. Sat in the square having a glass of Prosecco with a lovely Jan. I hope you are doing well. I hope you stay cool, Jan, as well, because stay cool. It's very hot over in. It's very hot everywhere in Europe, it seems, at the moment. Sarah Brown says, "Joe, you're not wrong about the -2. I mean, I was having to get more bed covers out of the wardrobe. That sounds awful." And Rihanna says, "Hi Caitlin, hi Liberty. You're so lucky to do." Oh, so Liberty is doing a work experience here at Crafters TV, and she is manning the socials today. Or that doesn't sound right, manning. We should change that to personing. She's personing the, peopling the socials with the lovely Caitlin today, so make sure you go and say hi to those guys over there. If you want to get in touch with us, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube, which is brilliant. All the details are right here on the bottom of the screen. There's lots of other stuff as well in the show today. Let me tell you about this. A deal that we've had to bring back from Cartload last night. So, luxury cardstock. Love the luxury cardstock bundles. The reason these are so cool is what they do is they give you the colour. They give you each colour, but then in 3 different finishes. So you're going to get it in the matte mirror, the mirror, and you'll get it in the glitter too. So if you want to do that really lovely kind of tone-on-tone effect, then you've got the ability to do that here with these. So you get 10 sheets of each, so 30 sheets in each pack of this. 120 sheets there for what? A platinum price of $22.40 or $32, which is brilliant. So you've got it in the gold, you've also got it in the silver, you're going to get it in the red, and in the green. So they are the perfect Christmas colours for you. If you want to stock up on some cardstock for your Christmas crafting, then these are going to be excellent to allow you to do that. And the price per sheet here is amazing. I think, off the top of my head, Platinum members, about 20 pence per sheet you're looking at there. So really, really great value. And they are 250 GSM, so perfect all-round weight that. I can't believe this next one I'm going to show you. couldn't believe it. The team last night was saying they couldn't get their head around it either, because it's the two newest, pretty much the two newest 12x12s. I'm surprised that they're in stock for a start, because they were launched, about a week ago now, and they always seem to be the first element of our collections to sell out. So I'm really surprised we've been able to bring them back on a deal for you. Let's start with Frosty and Bright, which is this one here. Gorgeous collections. The collections are still in stock as well, so if you did want to go and look over on the website and find a whole collection of these, you will be able to do that. Just search Frosty and Bright. But really lovely, very pretty, lots of greens and teals and purples, quite modern as well when it comes to a Christmas collection. Got a real lovely sort of wintry, Scandi vibe to it, which I'm absolutely loving. So you get that one included, and then you get this one as well, which is the vintage snowman. So we've got something quite contemporary and modern, and then something really, really classic, which I love. Really beautiful imagery. So much going on in here as well. It's got that real vintage feel to it. Love the snowman imagery all the way through. 12x12 as well, so if you did want to cut these down, you've got the ability to do that. If you're doing larger projects, they're going to be perfect for that. You've got some pages here where they are automatically done, so you're ready to be cut into 4. So they're going to be 4 card panels in each of those. Really lovely, lots of greens and burgundies in there. Both of these are 36 sheets in each of them, to 180 GSM as well, so a really lovely weight, especially for things like mats and layers. They're going to be absolutely perfect. Who else is tuning in saying hello? Miriam says we were in Scotland first week in July, loved it. The weather was fantastic, 20 degrees, absolutely beautiful. Kirsty says, hi everyone, not feeling good today. I got some end of school year gifts last night, dropped the bottle of Prosecco on my toe. Oh, I always say drink responsibly. She says, don't worry, the bottle is fine, guys, the bottle is fine. The toe is not. CTV will cheer me up. I think opening the Prosecco is no doubt the surefire way to make the toe feel a bit better, isn't it? That's what I'd be doing. Yeah, she goes on to say the Prosecco is recuperating in the fridge and the toe is bruised. Get it elevated, get some ice on it. That would be my advice to you, Kirsty. Right, we're going to go over to Debbie. We're going to look firstly at these amazing Christmas sentiments. Brilliant deal for you. Remember, $22.37, $28.64 as a platinum member to get these brand new sentiments. Sentiments, I think sometimes, Debbie, sentiments not that sexy, are they?
They're not.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you think
they're
that thing you've got to buy them because you need them.
Yeah.
But these are different. These are really stylised, which I think is great.
Absolutely. You've got that lovely font on there for a start. You've also got the die, so you don't have to do any kind of fussy cussing. Although saying that, you can actually use them as a background piece. You could directly stamp onto them without using the die. Now, these aren't all singing, all dancing, look at me kind of collection.
But you with your jazz hands out on
I
Friday
don't
morning.
get jazz hands out. Woohoo! What they are, and I'll say it, I've said it many a time, it's an essential. They are sentiments, and when you want to finish off a project or a box, a gift tag, whatever it is, you need the sentiments. And what better sentiment than these, because these have got this beautiful stylized finish to them. They're absolutely a must-have in anyone's collection. We've already done what we call the everyday launch, like the celebratory launch with these. This is now the Christmas launch of them, and I absolutely love them. They are going to be one, I'll tell you now, Joe, I have a box of what I call essential dies, like nesting dies, flowers, butterflies that sit at the side of my craft desk that I then pull out when I want to finish something off. That's what they're going to live there. They're going to live in that box because they are really useful dies to have. So yes, they're not all singing or dancing, but you need them to be enhanced, to finish off, or whatever it is that you want to say. This is the one that's going to be used time and time again, and every single Christmas, can I just say. So I'm going to start with a Merry Christmas, and I'm going to make it onto a gift box. That's what I'm going to do with this one, Joe.
Nice.
So you've got your two stamps, the Merry and the Christmas. Then you've got the die, and then you're just going to decide on the project that you're going to pop it onto. Now, I'm using a rather, can I just say, mucky
Look
looking.
at your mucky mat.
Mucky looking. Look at the craft mat. I don't know who's been at that craft mat, but I've had a bit of a clean up down here. I had a clean up last night.
What was happening?
Well, Mark asked me for a scrap of paper. I pulled it out, and literally about 1,000 pieces of scrap dropped out at the same time. So I've had a good clear out down here.
Good.
So yes, for all future experts that will be coming into the building while I'm away, let's keep it that way. Throwing some shade out there.
Do you know what I love about the font on these, Debbie, is that whilst they're a really nice stylised font, I think they would go with any of our Christmas collections.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a more contemporary collection, whether it's more vintage collection,
exactly.
It's going to fit, isn't it?
So maybe you've got some of the amazing Christmas deals that we had on last night on the cartload. These sentiments will work beautifully with any of your Christmas collections. They're not that's only going to be able to be used within the Frosty and Bright collection or whatever it is, whatever collection it is. They're going to be used across the board. They are, like I said, a very essential set of stamps and dies to have. Now, whenever you get a box fresh stamp, we call it that, we're going to give it a little bit of prime. And I always do this with a brand new stamp. So when you're priming your stamps, you only have to do it once, but once it's done, that's it. And how I prime mine is I take our watermark, translucent clear ink pad, and I just tap over lightly across the platform, well, across the stamp that's on the platform, and I give that a little gentle rub in. You can also stamp it onto a little bit of scrap paper, so you could go back in, let's turn it that way, and go back down and just give it a little... What you're wanting to do is get rid of the residue, because sometimes in transportation and manufacturing, a little bit of residue can go over there. Don't be taking a sanding block. I use all sorts of stuff about that. Don't be taking a sanding block or anything like that. You don't need to. It's just a quick coating. Or you could stamp it a few times beforehand with your ink before you actually go on first off. Now, I'm happy with that. That's prime once. Never have to do it again, and this time I'm going to use a quick dry. Now, because it's a stamp, it does mean that you can do lots of techniques with stamps as well. So opaque pigment ink pad, add your clear embossing powder to it, and you can heat set them as well. You could stamp out a multiple layer of those on a background piece, you know, like how Craig loves to do with his stamps.
I love that technique.
You could go and just stamp them randomly around some cardstock. Lots and lots of things that you can do. Of course, depending on the ink that you're using, you could go onto acetate, onto vellum, onto any cardstock, all those papers that we have, the uncoated papers, those two paper pads that you just showed previously, these will go straight on, directly on. I'm using quick dry because it's smudge free. The minute it contacts that paper or cardstock, it's instantly dry. So I'm going to use this, I'm going to say for obvious reasons because I am a little bit clumsy, but I am going to go in and stamp that image. So let's go in and stamp. Not worried about the excess bit of ink that's gone on there, but what I'm going to do, and I'm using the smallest of our platforms here, Joe, and I'm going to go in. Now, if you want to use your stamping platform that's got the magnetic base, so that if you miss the stamp image the first time, then absolutely can. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit with this one, with it being my first demo, but normally I would, and I would tell you, and I would be stamping loads of these out, getting loads stamped, loads cut, all ready, stick them in a little box, and then you've got a little sentiment that you can then use. So honestly, that's what I would be using. But I'm going to just move it up there for a second because I want to get my Christmas on there as well.
I mean, it's such a lovely size as well, Debbie, that, you know, if you wanted to use one of these to embellish a project, you can. Nothing to stop using multiples of these and making them the focal point of your project as well, if you really wanted
to. And look at that, look at this. I mean, I couldn't do that in a month of Sundays, not neatly.
Never.
But I just couldn't. I couldn't be able to do it. So it's nice that we've got that stamp to be able to do that. Now I'm just going to wipe off that excess ink that I've got on there. We'll come back to do the die cutting in a second. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to stamp out my Christmas as well. So let's clean that off. Keep me cleaning my stamps as I'm going along. That's the first. Normally I'm shockingly bad. This is the only time you'll transfer the ink onto fingers, but look at that, the minute it's on the dry,
really
nothing,
nice
no
and clear.
smudging at all. And then you'll stamp your Christmas as well. So let's stamp the Christmas one.
Kerry's got 4 Crafters Companion packages coming next week. She's very, very excited. What a great week that's going to be. And Jean's letting me know it's very wet in mid-Wales today.
Is it very wet in Wales?
Very wet in mid-Wales
I think
today,
it's a little. It's definitely wet up here, isn't it?
It really, really is. Coming in today, it was like, oh my goodness. Was you? Did you stay over last night, Debbie?
I did indeed.
Oh my word, the roads today, atrocious. Well, it's the first day of the 6 weeks holidays for a lot of people, isn't it?
Oh right, yeah.
And obviously, it's apparently one of the busiest travel weekends of the year.
Ah, right,
this weekend and Christmas, everyone's going away. And you could really tell on the roads today. Apparently, Debbie, the queues to get to the ferry in Dover are 5.5 hours long this morning.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
Make sure that'd need a lot of snacks, wouldn't it? An awful lot of snacks.
Do you know, and I thought yesterday coming up here yesterday was really quiet on the roads. So that's
It was
interesting.
a calm before the storm, Debbie.
Well, yes, yeah, absolutely. Now, you can see I've got my Merry and I've got my Christmas. This one I'm going to cut out separately. This one has its own die, which I just think is fabulous. Now, I often get asked, do you die cut and then stamp first? It's up to you. Find a way that works for you. If you die cut and then stamp into that die cut element, that's absolutely fine. But they have been styled to work where you just literally got to place that. And I'm just going to make sure I've got that right, Joe, because I know what I'm like, because I'm going to give it a little bit. Because I'll tell you for now, I absolutely do it that way, normally. I die cut and then stamp. And that's what I'm going to show you in the launch. Different ways that you can do it. Find a way that's comfortable for you. And I promise you, once you've found that way, that's the way that you'll always do them. So I'm just going to literally now just hold that down with a little bit of tape. Like so. And we're going to run this through. Now, I would normally use my large machine if I was going to do multiple layers, but look, these are perfect for your little mini. Absolutely perfect for the little mini. Now, let me just pop that on there. Take my mini plate out, pop that into the mini platform, and run that through.
Loads of people have got these recently. There's some brilliant deals on those Gemini minis of the last couple of weeks. Christine Mahoney says, hey, Joe and Debbie Robinson. Hey, Christine Mahoney. I hope you're well.
Hi, Christine. I wonder if she's seen the papers. I wonder if she's seen
the deal on the papers.
Yeah,
have you seen it, Christine?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I wondered if she's seen them.
She says she loves your nails as well, Debbie.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Just had just a nice little French manicure here. A little bit of sparkle, you know what I'm like.
Oh,
I love a little bit of sparkle. Actually, do you know what I've done? Do you know my gems?
Oh, yeah.
I've put gems around there.
Have you done it yourself?
Yeah, the gem bit, yeah. Yeah, I've had
Debbie,
my nails done,
fabulous.
but I've put the gems
Have
around
you stuck
there.
them on?
And stuck them on.
Tacky glue?
I love a little bit of sparkle. With a bit of... What?
How did you stick them?
Oh, with me coat, I've got like a gel.
A nail glue?
Do you remember when we had the lockdown?
Oh, yes.
And I couldn't get anywhere to have my nails done. I bought myself a little kit. And it's got like a top coat that seals things.
So
it's like a sticky glue. I didn't use like our glue.
I thought you were going to say you put them on with tacky glue. Knowing you, that's what I thought you were going to say.
Do you know the little Strauss glue?
Yeah.
So there's like a little bottle of Strauss glue.
Yeah.
I did do that for the gems, just around there. And then sealed it with my clear coating and set it under my UV lamp. Yeah, absolutely. Now, look at that. All cut out for you perfectly. I haven't had to fussy cut a single thing around there. It's already done for me. And then my Christmas one, I've just trimmed that out and popped it onto a little bit of craft card. Because I'm going to make me a little bit of a craft card, but I want to have a little bit of a shadow drop behind it. So I'm going to use my die again. I'll bring in my mini again and my mini platform. And then I'm just going to put that through there. And like I said, these dies and stamps, you could literally put all your dies, because there's 5 dies altogether, aren't there? 5? Yeah,
there are.
5 sentiments.
Yeah, and one of them you can only get from us here at Crafters Companion / Crafters TV, Debbie, as well.
Oh, I didn't know
Which is the Happy Holidays. Yeah, you won't be able to get that elsewhere, the Happy Holidays.
Oh, I like it. I like a good exclusive. Well, I would do lots of the die cutting elements, put them all onto a plate, put them onto your Gemini Junior plates and keep running them through.
Perfect.
Have loads ready to stamp into, and then put yourself a little box to one side.
I mean, you could really, as well, with the matte layer here, you could really, I love the technique, Debbie, you know, you cut loads of the base and then sort of stack them all up. That'd be another really lovely way. You know that technique that people often do? Yes,
absolutely. I like that idea, Joe. On this one, I'm just having a little bit of a drop shadow, so I'm going to use my tacky glue that I've got in my little fine tip applicator. I'm going to pop some glue behind the back of it, like so. Put the pin back in there, Debbie, pin back in. Yep, there we go. And then I'm just going to place that onto the top. And just, when I say onto the top, I mean just drop it a little fraction. If I hold that up, can you see? I've just slightly dropped it down, and it gives that little bit of an angle. I know it's a bit difficult to see on my hand because my hand's nearly the same colour as the, with all the sun we've been having, it's nearly the same colour as a craft card. But literally just give it a little shadow drop. I love the idea what you said about stacking them up, but what about giving them an extra drop shadow and keep doing them in different multiple colours and sticking those behind to give
Really
it a real
nice.
depth and dimension.
And that luxury cardstock that we've got to be perfect for doing that, because you could do it, couldn't you, in the gold, Debbie, but imagine having it in glitter, matte mirror, and then mirror.
Yep.
You could really play around with it.
Absolutely. Now, I've got to say, I made myself a little gift box. I've got my little sentiments already. They're ready to go. But what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to show you how I create, because I've got a box lid and base already cut, but I want to show you how I create the smaller one. An easier way to do it. Do you know when you want, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Do you know when you want the box lid to be less than the base? This is how I do mine. So I start off with 2 pieces of cardstock, exactly the same size.
Okie doke.
Now, I know there's lots of different ways that you can do it, but I'm giving you my top tip on how to do it. The Debbie way, the easy way, to make life easy for yourself. So I've started off with these 2 pieces, and they measure in at 8¼ by 8¼ and then I've decided on the depth of my box base that I want it to be. So the box base was 2 inches all the way around. So when you go in 2 inches, and you're going to use your scoreboard on the lid side at 2 inches all the way around. I'll just push that in like that for you. Do exactly the same with your base. So the base is exactly the same measurement, so it's 8¼ by 8¼ and 2 inches, but this time you go to the right-hand side of your board and you score from the right-hand side. So when you're doing that then I've just literally all I've done is burnished it and then taken off my little slivers to make it a nice neat finish. Put that to one side because that's my base. But coming back to the lid, all I've done then is I've decided on the size that I actually want this to be. So this is going to be 1 inch in. And so all you do is you get your card base. I'm going to bring my guillotine in. And it's my easy way of showing you how to create it. Take the end to the 1 inch mark. And in my head, it just makes it a lot easier for me to understand.
Easier than having to mess around with
yeah, easier
adjusting
than trying to
measurements.
work. Yeah, exactly. And so all I've done is taken 1 inch off all the right way around there. I know in your head you could actually do it. I mean, if you think about it logically, you could do this to 7¼ and do it at the 2 inch all the way around. But it's in my head, it just makes it so much easier. Then I've got my base, and all I've done with that, Joe, is I've literally just done exactly the same, put my score lines in, and then give it a nice burnish all the way around, making sure you do your tabs as well. Always nice and neat tabs, because if you do your tabs correctly, it'll sit nicely when you're sticking your box together. And by that I mean, and this was a little top tip Leanne gave me, if you make sure that bit gets done at the same time, when you are putting that in, it lays flush at the side. A lovely top tip that I got from Leanne. And that's the same with this one as well. So when you're bending those down, because we tend to forget those, we just go like this, don't we? And we forget about those. But if you give it a nice crisp on all 4 sides, when you're sticking this together now, you'll have got a really nice, handy, lovely flush, and no unsightly bits at the top, if that makes any sense.
Does indeed.
Before I actually put it together though, I'm actually going to decorate my box base. Normally, you'll see me decorate my box lid, but I fancy doing a little bit different. So I'm going in with my box base. So I'm going to decorate the box base sides. So let's pop on our tape pen. I've chosen as well papers that match the pine tree colour that I've gone for. Now then, let me remember the paper pad for this one. Now then, let me see if I can remember this, because I am shockingly bad at remembering my papers. And guess what? I've forgotten which one this is.
Debbie, I feel like
one
I'm
of our
out of
recent
touch.
ones.
I was on it with the papers for a while, and I feel like there's been that many recently. I'm losing the ability somewhat. I need to swat up a little bit more.
I want to say, is this the vintage? Can you just flick through that vintage snowman for me?
Is it one of the back sides?
I'm just wondering if one of what is?
You know, the backs, no B-side, double A. It's not a backside.
I'm just looking now, and I think it might be the vintage snowman, you know.
No, I don't believe it is, Debbie.
Oh, is it not? Oh, hang on a minute. No, it's not the vintage snowman. Oh no, come on. Debbie, I need to know, I need to remember.
If you want any of those cartload deals from last night, of which there are quite a few, I'm going to share some more with you in a few minutes actually, then you need to head over and click the Shop the Day button, and that is where you'll find them under the Shop the Day category. The papers, the cards, very busy. Got some wonderful bonanza bags to share with you again that were very busy last night. £50 worth of value for £20. I know, not to be sniffed at whatsoever.
Trying to think, Joe. Honestly, it's because I've put because I'm doing lots of Christmas projects at the minute. I've put all my Christmas paper pads at the side of me that I've been collecting. New ones, old ones, vintage snowman. I'm just trying to think if that's the one, and I've cut that a little bit too big. Let me just take my scissors.
That goes to show you though, Debbie, when we bring you really great deals on, previous year's releases, they're just as relevant this year as they were last year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They don't date. They're all very timeless, our collection. So it's brilliant when we do bring you offers on them. And even better when we're bringing you offers on current release Christmas collections like we are with those paper pads today. A lot of people are talking about whether they've started their Christmas crafting. Debbie, how is your Christmas? Are you sort of leaving it a little bit later than this before you get started, kind of Christmas crafting?
Christmas crafting? I don't anything. It's only what I do for work.
Well, you've done a lot of Christmas crafting.
I've been doing a lot of Christmas crafting, but I haven't done anything personally for myself. No, everything has been all work orientated. So no, I haven't done a single bit, and I know that what'll happen. I know what'll happen if I don't get my finger out and get it done. Then again this year, my family will get no homemade Christmas cards. Actually, they won't get any because I refuse to go into shops and buy them.
So if you don't make one for them, you're not buying one for them.
No, and I wanted to get hold of the gorgeous because I love Unky Dory as well as our but you can make some really fast, quick cards with Unky Dories.
Yeah.
And they can look really quite beautiful as well. But to be honest, do you know what I'll probably do? I know what I'll do.
What?
I'll save all my Christmas makes back that I make on air.
Yeah.
I have a little pile. My family will be none the wiser. Probably apart from my dad and my stepmom because they watch the shows.
Right, okay.
I'll be fine with my mum. I'll be fine with my sister and all my other family. So I think I'll get away with it.
I think you're onto a winner there.
I've been missing a trick there. I have been missing a trick. Because I have made actually quite a lot over the last few weeks. Because we started Christmas crafting in June. Was it June, I think it was?
Oh, yes, it was June.
Yeah.
Rhiannon started the Christmas crafting. Linny says, oh, yes, my craft room is covered in frosty and bright. Had to order more faux snow. Have already run out. Jill started in January, Debbie.
Well, a lot of people do,
January,
Joe.
wow.
A lot of people do. The reason being is because, when you think about how many you have to make, it's a lot. It's a lot of cards.
Sandra started as well. A lot of very organised crafters out there.
I think you have to be. I tell you what, I'd be taking advantage of that price on them paper pads.
Absolutely.
That frosty and bright and the vintage snowman. Oh
yeah,
my God,
both of those collections have been so incredibly busy since they were launched. Normally £15 each as well, so stock up on them. And £15 each is a brilliant price on them, but to get an extra discount is excellent. It really is. Christine Mahoney says, of course I saw the papers. I have a ton here. The deal is in my basket for my next order. I had 3 big launches come to me in 3 boxes the other day. Total of 28 paper pads and 18 luxury pads were included. I'm not opposed to getting a few more though, she goes on to say. Christine is like the queen of the paper pads, isn't she? For anyone that hasn't met Christine before. And her craft room is like a showroom, Debbie. Have you seen it? It's
beautiful. It's beautiful. She's a very talented lady though as well.
She is indeed.
She is a very, very talented lady. She's got lots of strings to her bow. Shall we put it that way? She's a fabulous lady.
She is indeed.
Now then, I'm just popping together my box lid and my box base, Joe. Whoops, I didn't put that down straight, so I have to just trim that with my scissors because that'll irritate me. It's a do as I say, not as I do kind of day. But got my box base all sorted. Let me just trim that off as well because that's going to irritate me. Got my box lid sorted. Before I actually put everything together, I'm just going to wrap myself a little bit of ribbon. And I'm just going to use our tape pen for this. So I've used some of the satin ribbon. Actually, I've used the satin ribbon from, do you know the box Nutcracker?
Oh, yes, we've got a great deal on that.
Nutcracker. That's what I've done. And I'm just sticking that on and sticking it around. It gives it a nice little bit of feature to your box when you do this. And of course, you could tuck it underneath if you wanted to, or you can just trim it off. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I'll just tuck it under for this purpose. I'll have that at the top because I've got myself a little bow. and I'm just going to pop some glue on. Normally I'd stick this on with a little bit of hot glue, but again, I forgot to put that on. I'm going to use my my Merry Christmas now, so because obviously don't want it to really say anything else other than Merry Christmas. So let's pop our box lid and box base together. And it gives it a different dimension popping it on the bottom than it is on the top, so just a little bit different for today. But I'm going to pop on the back now some foam pads, so a couple of little foam pads onto the back. There we go. And then stick that on the centre part. And I think you'll find that these really are super useful to have, because I've just done a little box using our cardstock, multi-purpose cardstock, the paper pad that I can't remember the name of, and those stamps and dies which just finish that off. And apart from adding, let me tick that underneath, a couple of little gems on. Let's go in with always got to have a little finish with a gem. I think it's the law.
Absolutely, you've got to have a bit of bling.
It is,
especially at Christmas, Debbie.
Oh gosh, yeah, just a touch of luxury, and I'll put a couple just on there. This is a lovely ratio as well. How many gems do you do? Do you do 2, 3? Do you do 2 on either side? Do you go down in one opposite corner? I tend to be a little bit stuck in my ways where I put my gems, but there's nothing wrong with that, because you've got yourself a lovely decorated gift box. With that lovely paper, with those fabulous sentiments. They really are a very useful set there to have in your crafty stash, ones that will be the finishing touches to gift boxes, to gift tags, to cards. You can make them a focal part of your card. If George can get his shot in with all my lovely cards that I've got here at the side of me, honestly, there's so much you can do with them. You can make them a focal part of your card.
Loads
and he's coming in close to his camera. I can see him there coming in. Can you see with my nice neatly background there? You can see how nice and neat I've even lined things up. Look how good I've been. Look how fabulous these are. I love these. I love this one here. I'll just bring this down, George, so you can see there. But look, that's beautiful.
Well,
that is
fabulous.
taking the stamp and stamping directly onto some cardstock, and then one of the words die cut out as well. Just fabulous. Lots of things you can do. They can be a real focal part to your Christmas crafting, and you can make them very, very easy. You saw how easy it was to construct it together. Super simple, super quick. So you could literally be doing loads of card blanks, like 5x7, 6x6, 4x4. You could do those, decorate them up with your cards and your background papers, and then stamp galore, and then just place them on, and you've got a lovely finished card. This is going to be one of those that I think, and especially with some of these samples, you can see exactly that. Just make them a focal part. Make Christmas crafting easy. This set of dies and stamps are the way to go forward when it comes to quick, easy,
and if you've got a lot of cards to make, Debbie, these going to be really, really great for that. I love what you said there about, you know, across all different sizes of cards, whether they are an embellishment or they're the main feature to your card. And the great thing is they're going to do all of that for you, and it's pretty minimal investment. I mean, you look at what you're getting, they're not going to break the bank, this collection. Let me take you through them, what you've got. You've definitely got the ability to mix and match some of these. This one here, the Happy Holidays, it is a Crafters TV exclusive. You will not be able to get this anywhere else. So if you want that one, then you need to make sure you are grabbing them from us directly. Best way to get the best value is the price on the screen. They are available individually or on a 2 for £11 or $15. You've got Happy Holidays. You also have Merry Christmas. You've got Let It Snow. This one here is Jingle All the Way and Believe in the Magic of Christmas. They are the 5 really usable festive sentiments that you've got included there for you. Jerry says, my craft room is a disaster. Piles of paper everywhere. I have half-finished cards from Easter on the bottom with Christmas on the top. Sure, I wish the craft room fairy would come for a tidy. I fear you might have to end up doing it yourself, Jay. Debbie, how is your craft room going? I know you're a changed woman these days.
I am a changed woman. I am indeed. It's coming up to a year. Actually, it was this time last year when I undertook the project of Operation Craft Room, and a year in, there's an extra unit in. I'm not going to lie, Joe. There's an extra unit in because obviously with the amount of things that we get coming, we, you know, I've got to expand a little bit, but it is super clean. Super tidy.
That's amazing.
I know where everything is. I absolutely love it. Let me just tell you, it is well worth. And if you followed me last year, it took me. I had 2 weeks off, and it took me 10 days of that 2 weeks off to complete that task from start to finish. I was meant to have a lot longer with my daughter in Bristol, and I only ended up having 2 days with her just because of the mammoth task it was. But let me tell you, it's well worth it. It's well worth sorting it out. We've got loads of storage. If you caught the show last night, you'll have seen there was an amazing storage deal on. We've got lots of storage that you can get yourself all crafted. It's worth it. All I'm going to say, it's worth it, because to have that tidy space just brings a whole calmness when it comes to crafting. I now love going into that craft room and getting me creative on. My creative.
Yeah, and also it maximises the amount of time you can craft for, doesn't it? You know, you're not spending all your time looking for stuff. Not that we are craft room shaming you, Jerry, in any way whatsoever. Mariah.
No, listen, nobody can craft shame you. Take a look back on that video from last year. If you want to be craft
yes,
I'm your girl. Absolutely.
A lot of people chatting away with us. Mariah says as well, I've got some added bling today. Finally, my engagement ring has arrived. Rose gold, of course. How lovely, Mariah. Mariah also goes on to say, these dies create nice, clean looks. Very, very pretty. Miriam loves that box. And Beth says, I've got delivery sitting in my craft room, ready to be opened. What a wonderful weekend you're going to have going through all of those. Let's have a look then at these. These are our Christmas bonanzas. Are they a box? Are they a bag? Who knows? But they've got loads of value within them. So this one here that I've got, this is your stamp and die one that I've got just here. Now you're going to get over £50 worth of value. This particular one has, it has £64 or $77 worth of value in here for £20 or $20. Scratch that if you're a platinum member, of course, because £16 or $16. And the brilliant thing is they are full of Christmas crafting goodies, which you're going to be able to utilise right now in all of your Christmas crafting. So this one here, really lovely. This is a beautiful die. It's almost kind of like a creator card style die, this one. And you've got little sentiments in there which match it perfectly, which is glorious. Next up, we've got Sending Glad Tidings. Now, this is brilliant because what you've got here is a die that creates this lovely aperture and also the stamped image around it. And also then you've got the sentiment that goes in the centre of there. So a really handy one. Again, another great one if you want to batch make. You can add colour, of course, with your colouring mediums if you want to. This one's brilliant from 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This was such an incredibly popular Christmas collection last year and a really versatile collection there of stamps and dies. Configure those up, build scenes with them, use them for backgrounds. You've got loads of options when it comes to using those. The Christmas stocking. Now, this is from our gift card collection. So if you are that person at Christmas tends to give or gift cards, really make them personal with something quite fabulous because you can pop them and build them into a project, which is excellent. A great simple wreath as well. These are always so handy, especially if you are wanting to build your sentiments up over the top of there. And we've also got Peace and Joy. This one here, I absolutely love these. These make great little bookmarks, but also really lovely loose elements on your cards. All of that should be £65 or $77 and change. You get it today with what, almost £45, $57 you're saving there on that price. Absolutely excellent value. Next up, we are going to look at stamps. We've got some brilliant stamps on the show, especially in these bags. So £51 or $65 worth. Today, £20 or $20. Got some of these Seasons Greetings. Love these. Two different stamps for you. Two different styles of font. You stamp them over each other. They give you a really lovely contemporary look. Then we've also got this one here, from contemporary to something very traditional. Church at Christmas. Really great for stamping over things like your wonderful inky backgrounds that I know so many of you love to create. And similar style here as well with the Mary and Joseph. So very traditional Christmas in their theme. I absolutely love this. I remember us launching these last year. This is your most wonderful tree. But it's a great size for either a smaller card, but also fussy cut round that, or use your guillotine. Brilliant for a gift tag, that one as well. Then we've got something from Watercolour Christmas. I feel like Watercolour Christmas might have been a figment of my imagination. It came and went so quickly, like literally in the blink of an eye, but we've still managed to include some of the beautiful stamps from that collection in there. Then we've also got something from another seriously popular collection, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Lots of lovely little sentiments in there. So a great way to finish off your cards. Brilliant for stamping on the inside of your cards as well. And then finally, you've got this one, a really lovely big stamp, this one. It's the Christmas Nativity. So you can pick up all of that, £20 or $20, £16 or dollars if you are a Platinum member. And if you want to go, I mean, I think savvy crafters out there will be going for all three of these personally. The value is so great. You've got this wonderful embossing bonanza bag as well. So some really lovely embossing folders. Not just embossing folders though, cut and emboss folders as well. You can really create a great scene with these, which is brilliant. We've then got this one here, which is your Shine Bright, which is Reach for the Stars. We've got another beautiful one in here, the Holly Jolly. Now these are brilliant for backgrounds, or actually maybe you just want to emboss panels and add those to your projects. You've absolutely got the ability to do that as well. This next one you're going to get is Over the Rooftops. Real classic Christmas imagery in that one. And you'll also get from Vintage Christmas as well, the Festive Frame, another cut and emboss folder. £58 worth if you're in the UK to £20. $70 comes down to $20, and you're able to use that Club Inspired discount too. A really, really great opportunity to grab yourself a bargain on some Christmas items which you're going to be able to utilise in your craft room right away. That's fantastic. Lots of you multi-ordering going for all of those. If you want to find them, they are under the Shop the Day page over on the website. Right, we're going to move on and look at something that I'm really excited for, because these are part of your masterclass tonight, and they are multimedia dies. Now you can cut cardstock with these, but they are going to cut a whole host of other mediums for you too. Let's take you through these and have a little look at what you've got in here. They launched on the 1st of July. This one here is your Festive Friends. I think if you just wanted to do these as little felt hanging decorations, they would be beautiful. You could actually, maybe if you wanted a little hand sewing project, you could hand sew two of these together and stuff them, put a little ribbon around them, and they would make great tree decorations or ornaments if you wanted to do that. We've also then got as well the festive animals, which are these ones here. I just love how fun they are. Look at that owl, super, super cute there. And then you will also receive the nativity characters as well. Maybe you're going to do an alternative nativity and you're going to use these instead. That would be a great way to go. A brilliant price for you on here. You get a lot of dies included in each of these collections. $61.99 or $78.95 is your price on here. A lot of people talking about organising craft rooms. Jean says, mine was a disaster until I did the Totally Tiffany organising challenge. Yes, do head over to Tiffany's website or the Totally Tiffany area of the website. You can find out more ways and sort of incentives to get yourself nice and organised. Taylor says, I'd love to have a craft room, I just don't have the space. Mariah's is a work in progress. Sarah Brown says they craft in their lounge room, have a table, but I'm still a bit of a mess. I do have a craft cunard with my Totally Tiffany storage in there with all my crafty stuff. Still I've needed a bit more room, would love a spare room. And Rhonda says, I have extra sets of the vintage stamps to use on Christmas cookies. Stamps to use on cookies. Oh, you're going to have to tell us more about that, Rhonda, and how that works. You wonder if you get an edible ink pad then, Debbie? Maybe that's the way it's done. Maybe. Do let us know, Rhonda. Just always happy to talk about cookies, really, more than anything. But these multi-craft dies, great that you can use these on paper and then everything else, Debbie, isn't it? That's
the thing, because they were obviously, I think Becky launched these was it on Softer Side of Life? I think she launched these.
Yes, on the 1st of July.
But I hear multimedia, and in my head straight away think, ooh, can take it into paper crafting, which is why I asked for the show later on that coming up, the masterclass. We would put suggestions out all the time, and I said, can we bring in some multimedia dies into our paper crafting as well as just to show you just how multimedia they work. Yeah. Because they work across all sorts of mediums. These dies are different from a thin metal die, which hence the term multimedia. Talk about that in a second. What I want to show you is I'm going to use the Festive Friends of this collection, but don't worry, because everything in here explains how to use all the pieces, because this is all your pieces that you get in your dies, and I'll show you those in a second. So it gives you all the shapes, all the things that they are, from elf face to ears, face, snowman hat, hats, clothing, collar, hat, literally goes on and on. So it gives you all even the girl elf hair and the boy elf hair. I love that. Honestly, it's just a clever way. And the only reason it's not a separate die, you just chop off the little pigtails. And there you go. If you just put that there, you've got your little boy's elf hair. And then it shows you how to put together Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, boy elf. Turn it over and you've got your girl elf, your snowman and your gingerbread man. We haven't left you at all on your own with these dies. We have taken you by the hand and we are leading you on how to put this together. And it's all down to then of your choice of papers, your choice of materials, your choice of medium. Because this is a multi-craft die, it means things like mount board. So you could make these
Perfect.
really beautiful.
We've got some mount board coming up in that later show, haven't we?
Indeed, yeah. So if you love the idea, and I said this the other day about Sapphire, she loves a Christmas tree in her own bedroom. So they have a Christmas tree downstairs, but she likes one in her own bedroom.
Right, she's such a character, isn't she?
I know that, again, this set of dies is going to be perfect for her. We can do a little bit of crafting and we can cut it out into mount boards. And I would cut this out into white mount boards and then colour it in. So she gets the fun and joy of cutting and she gets the fun and joy of colouring as well. So it really is a lovely collection of multimedia dies. Now, you can see straight away with my multimedia dies, they're a different colour. A standard thin metal die is silver in colour. Our multimedia dies, we change up like a coppery colour, like a gold looking colour, because they are thicker. So this ridge, this cutting line is thicker, and it means that it cuts through materials and multiples, not just one. So you've got your lovely star die. So we're going to use the star, we're going to use the face. I'm making Santa on this one, so I need Santa and his beard. So let's get his hair and his beard. So I've got my star, I've got my face, I've got my beard, I've got my hat, pom-pom that goes on top of his hat. This one here is the eyes, the nose as well, so it does both. So we'll pop that there. What else do I need? I need his little collar for him to sit on as well. And you're probably thinking, why is it that shape? Well, it's that shape for a reason, because it sits beautifully into the star. So it's been cleverly designed as well. Now then, do I need another piece? I think that is all I need right now from that set, so I'll put that over there. And then, of course, like I said, you can choose your mediums. I've got a couple of pieces of multi-purpose cardstock. Forgot them for a second. I've also got some textured cardstock, because I'm going to have a little bit of a green background for my star. So I know safely that I'm going to be able to cut out. And if I just trim this down, let's get me scissors to work. Let's trim that down. And I'm just using 2 layers. I wonder, shall I try the 3? Shall we? Shall we try the 3? Yeah, let's try the 3. So let me just pop that there for a second. Let me get myself another piece of cardstock. Great for scraps as well, can I just tell you? If you've got scraps in your bit box, or as our Jan calls it, the gubbin box. The what box? You can cut through multiple layers and it's perfect for your bits.
Gubbin box?
She calls it a gubbins box. I call it a bit box. I throw all my bits in there. That's why it's called my bit box. Jan calls it the gubbins box. So yes, a good gubbins box. So let's put those on as well. So let's get all of these pieces on.
Well, the other great thing, Debbie, is if you do want to see these from more of a soft crafting perspective, it's very easy to go back to the 1st of July and you can watch the Soft Side Life show back from the 1st of July. So you've got all of that inspiration still there over on the website as well, because it's lovely when they do both, that you've got all the options and all the education, isn't it?
And do you know what? I missed that show. So, because I hope, well, I'm probably going to go back, because I know how talented our Becky is. And I'd love to see what she created with these. Were you on that show with her, Joe?
I wasn't, no, I don't think I was here on that day.
No, I know. I want to go back and see what she made, because no doubt she made something absolutely spectacular.
You could make some gorgeous festive bunting with these, Debbie, I'm thinking. Can you imagine? With all the different characters on. Yeah,
absolutely. I love that idea, Joe. Absolutely. Right, so I'm going to pop those on. I'm going to use my Gemini Junior plates. I think I can get that on. Or can I? No, let me find my big plates. I'm not going to...
grab your big plates.
Yeah,
Rhonda's come back to tell us about the cookies, Debbie. She says, I buy an ink pad blank and load it with a gel food colour. It says Americans is the brand that I use. You can also use food colouring markers to colour your stamps and then stamp onto things like white icing with them like that. It's a really fabulous idea.
What a lovely idea.
Love
yeah,
that.
Absolutely. Now, I'm using multimedia dies, so I'm not going to go in like I would with a normal combination plate. So I'm going to go in with what I call the multimedia plate. If it doesn't cut through all layers, that's fine. We can go and add that shim back in. But we're going to do it the multimedia way, which is your 2 clear cutting plates and your plastic shim, and then feed that through the mouth of your machine. Now, with it being a multimedia, they will go through things like your mini and your midi as well. What you just need to do is remember, because obviously you can't do you can't do anything different with that plate combination.
Yes.
But you can cut them through. But my only top tip there would be have a set of you know your plates, so that when I say plates, the folder,
yes.
have a separate folder for your paper craft and your multimedia dies, just because they cut deeper into the plate.
Great
so
tip.
that's my only top tip. And they are quite, I'm not going to lie, they're quite an inexpensive,
yeah, they're not a lot to replace, are they?
I think the plate. I think you can get them in. Is it multiples of 2? I think they are. In,
yeah,
aren't they?
I think about
so I'd have a set.
£5, aren't
yeah,
they?
so I would definitely have a set of 2 for that reason. And now when we have a look, let's have a look, see if it's cut through those 3 pieces. I mean, I don't know why I was thinking it wouldn't cut through 3 pieces, because it's a multimedia die, and it will cut through multiples. So I've got a lovely 3 stars there already, and I could have, but do you know what? It cut that cleanly. I could have got another 4th or 5th out of there. That's the difference between a multimedia die to what a normal standard die is. And because I've only put 2 here, I could have cut myself 3 or 4 snowmen in one pass of the machine. So again, I really should have thought about that and perhaps done a little bit more. But we're going to go in and we're going to put all those pieces out. And when you want to do these pieces, do you know this little bit? The mouth, I use as the nose. I like the idea of having these for the eyes and the nose, but I quite like a different shape for a nose. I think it gives them a little bit more of not a talking point, but a bit more definition.
Bit more character.
Bit more character, yeah, that's a good description of it. So throw all your bits away when you've done, and then the waste bits we're going to move because we don't need those. Like I said, keep hold of those. But now what I've got are multiples of these, which I just think is absolutely fab. I'll put all my little dies back onto my carrier sheets.
I guess with these as well, Deb, if you didn't have, you know, all the different coloured cardstocks that you have, but you've got a good collection of alcohol markers, you could just colour them up, I guess, couldn't you?
Well, funnily enough.
Oh, is that what you're going to do?
Funnily enough, it's almost like you read
Great
my mind.
minds think alike, Debbie.
Exactly, because that's what I thought. I saw straight away. Yes, use your, you know, your pieces that you have, you know, your bit box. But let's be honest here. We've got lovely colouring mediums. I've lost my other little bottom bit. I don't know what I've done with it. Yeah, we've got loads of lovely colouring mediums, Joe. I'm just going to separate those 2 pieces. That's my 2 hats. Yeah, I think I've lost one. Or is it stuck together? The power of the Gemini, that is. Or I feel like this haunts me. It did exactly the same at home. I literally lost the other piece to that, and I definitely know I cut through 2 pieces. So I must have popped it somewhere. So I'm going to grab all.
You have a little look.
You want my love?
You have a little look for that. Remember what's coming up for the rest of the day here on Crafters TV. So we've got that launch day, haven't we? 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. Looking at those beautiful sentiments that Debbie's already given us a glorious little sneak peek at. And then the 6 p.m. show in the UK, 1 o'clock East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast, is this multimedia masterclass that we're having a little look at now. It's going to be a great weekend as well. I've got Jan with me all day here tomorrow, which is going to be lovely. I'm really looking forward to that. Got a craft along coming out and a craft house too, so it's going to be glorious. Oh,
it'll be a corker tomorrow then. I know she's been really excited about doing the craft along with the sunflowers. So I'm pretty sure it'll be on the pages later on, if it's not already there, about what you need for that craft along project.
I might have a little craft along with her tomorrow. I'll see what her project is.
See how you feel? Yeah,
I haven't done one for ages.
Beautiful. It will be something, honestly, it will be something beautiful. That sunflower collection is delicious.
Oh, and we're really slap banging sunflower season now. I'm seeing them absolutely everywhere.
Yep.
In the shops, which is lovely. I might have to treat myself to a bunch this week at home, Debbie.
Now, I've used the Fair Skin blend, and I'm saying Fair Skin blend, I've only used the light one. If you want to add, you know, and do your colouring, but for me, these are really cute and really, I mean, I love them, and I don't think you need to go into that heavy detail of doing all the shading and the lighting. Of course, you can do if you want a true realistic one, but honestly, just slap the colour on. We've got lots of colouring mediums. I'm using tri-blends. You can take things like your sparkle pens, your sparkle
I was thinking,
inks.
wouldn't a sparkly Santa look great?
Sparkly Santa would look fabulous, Joe. It really would. So again, all I'm doing is colouring in these images, though these cut-out pieces, should I say. I think our red might be on its last legs, you know. I know we use the colours here a lot.
They do get an awful,
They get
lot
a
of
proper
use.
hammer, but I can feel it's, I can see, not just feel, I can see that this one's probably not got much left in it, so we might need to think about getting another one. But there we go. Colour these in, and let's do his hat as well. So we'll pop his hat on there. Let's go in with the hat.
Very, very busy on these, Debbie, as I knew they would be. Remember, you're getting the 3 different collections in here as well. I'm just thinking about, with multimedia dies, Debbie, this sheer amount of different things that you can cut with them. Thin metal dies are always excellent, aren't they? Let me just recap for you exactly what you've got in those 3 collections, because you've got the 3 different sets of characters that give you 3 very different sort of styles, if you will. Nothing to stop you mixing and matching them. Love that you've got the traditional Christmas characters in there. Then you've got your sort of wildlife, Christmas wildlife characters. Do you know what I'm thinking though, Debbie?
What are you thinking?
They don't have to be Christmas.
No.
Because you only need to take the hats off.
Yeah.
And the, you know, the sort of holly sprigs off.
Yeah.
And then they could be all year round. There's nothing to stop you doing that. I actually think you could probably do that as well with the characters. If you wanted to, you know, make them every day, then absolutely you've got the ability to do so. And then you've got your nativity scene in there as well. If you want to get them individually, you can. They are available individually. But remember, you've got a 20% saving when you buy the 3 together. Before then, you start to think about your Club Inspired discount on there too. So you've got the nativity, you've got the wildlife, and you've got the traditional Christmas as well, which is absolutely brilliant. We've got sort of all bases covered there with sort of styles and themes, which I think is absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love them. Do you know what I think? Because it's like building your own character as well. I love these. They're so cute. And I love the idea that they are in that, you know, that multimedia die form, which means, of course, you can do all of the multiples in one go. And I've still got all these pieces, but what we're going to do is we're going to start to build this together. Now, you've got your star, so let's just move my star to one side. Let's push all those bits over there. Pop them in a box. Do you know what you could do? Cut them all out. You could cut them all out, colour them all in, Joe. You could then pop them in a box and give them to your grandkids and let them build them up.
Oh,
you can
great
create a little bit
idea.
of a game with them as well. So I love that idea.
You could almost put, Debbie, you could almost with them as well, put a little bit of hook and loop dot on the backs.
Yes.
Give them to the little ones and they could stick them together and then unstick them, play around with them, you know, make their own little characters with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to start to build this up, which I love. So I'm going to start with, let's pop the body part and his head part. Now I've run mine through my, yes, the word, Xyron. But look how these just build up. So they've already got a sticky back, so it saves me having to mess about with glue. And you're going to just start to build it up. So we're going to put his little head. I love this because do you know what you could have? You could have him on with his little head on the side as well. You could have him like turned to the side. You can build this character up and have a lot of fun with it. So we're going to start to build these layers up. So I've got his hat, I've got his beard with his face that goes over the face like so. But I'm going to have the hats. I think I might just have it underneath. Let's just pop that underneath. There we go. And then place that and position it on. Now it will come down because it's been meant to do that, but I just think this is so cute. And when I was building and playing with them, I was like, oh my God, why didn't I see just how fabulous these are in paper crafting? Because I love them. I absolutely love them. So I've got his eyes. I've coloured them in with the grey and then added a little bit of a white gel. That waist of his mouth I'm using for his nose because I think it's a really cute one. And I've got his beard. So let's pop his beard onto there as well. Pom-pom. Let's pop his pom-pom onto the top there. Let's put his little moustache on there. We'll have it going across. I mean, look
how fabulous.
How it comes together. It really is. They're just such good fun. And I honestly, it's I call it a joyous collection, this, because you simply are building up your snowman there, or your Father Christmas, or your elf, or whatever it is that you want to do. And all those other characters. This is an absolutely gorgeous collection. I'm just going to pop that onto there. Really, really fun. These are just so fun. So fun. Actually, it'd make a great topper on a card, wouldn't it? On a small card, do you know, it's almost like you read my mind.
Well, look at us two today, completely in sync, aren't we?
Yeah, toppers. You could actually pop it onto, punch a hole in it. It could be a gift tag. I mean, these would look amazing. And all you could do to do the gift tag, with it being a darker card, is stick it onto some white card, and you've got yourself a gorgeous gift tag. You've got all those other multiples as ready. Like I said, they're ready to build together. shall we put him onto a little bit of a feature card? Yeah, let's put him on. Let's put him onto a card. We've got a bit of time. And one of my favourite style cards is one of the crisscross pointed cards, which I absolutely love doing. So I started with a 6x6 base. I've got myself my pieces. I used my vintage, and I think it's the vintage Christmas I used this one from, if I remember rightly. Again, I've pulled all my pieces, all my Christmas cardstock down, and I've got it right at the side of me now because I'm doing such a lot of Christmas crafting. But I would be taking advantage of those fabulous prices on the Frosty and Bright and the vintage snowman, because that is just an amazing collection and an amazing
They're in the
price.
shop the day category if you want to get hold of those.
Absolutely.
And I think that's brilliant and true about most of the paper pads that we bring you. They work wonderfully with the collections. They're also brilliant standalone paper pads. You don't feel that you need to own the collection in order to be able to utilise the paper pad. They work brilliantly on their own as much as they do with the actual collection as well.
Absolutely. So I've got my base ready. To create the crisscross part, it's exactly the same. So this was 6x6. What I did here was create and I'll just show you because I'll put my bits together. It was a 6x7 that I did. So a 6x7 and scored an inch at the top. Just at the top, to create that fold that's going to stick at the back of my base. And then, because it's a 6x6, you can go into the centre point with a little mark and use your guillotine to cut this off and cut the sides. And you simply go from that middle point up to the top right-hand corner, the middle point to the left-hand corner, I'm climbing a loft, left-hand corner, and you create those little panels. To do the bases, again, it's exactly the same, Joe. I've just gone down 1/4 inch. So instead of being 6x6, this is 5 3/4 square. And again, exactly the same. Measure your middle point, take it from the top to that middle point and cut away, bottom to the top, pull away, and you've got your perfect pieces. The next size down in there to create those perfect mats and layers again, Joe, is the next size down. So the next size down was 5, and if I remember rightly, so I did 6, 5 3/4, which was mute green, 5 1/2, so 5 1/2 square inch, exactly the same. Find your middle point in that piece, cut from the top to the bottom right, and exactly the same, and you've then got the perfect mats and layers that will sit inside your pieces like so. And that's how you would create your we still can't remember the proper name of this. I call it a diamond point card, but I don't think it's called that. I would love to know what people call this style of card, because
do let us know.
It's probably got its own name. But I look at it and see a diamond, and I see the points, and that's why I call it a diamond point. Could be a double diamond point. Who knows? I'm sure there's somebody out there that'll be able to tell us exactly what this is.
I love that way of creating those mats and layers, Debbie. Obviously, so much easier than trying to, work out the measurement on the actual, the actual triangle element itself. So a really, really top tip, that one.
Yeah.
I've just seen a picture of Christine Mahoney's craft room. Oh, it's looking so very festive. We'll show you that in just a few minutes. I didn't realise we could show pictures again as well. How exciting.
Oh, we're back to showing pictures?
Yeah, we can get them on screen again now.
Oh my God, when did that happen?
We had a bit of a problem with the machine, but it's working again, which is excellent, which is wonderful.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Absolutely. I didn't realise it was back to working, so it's just happened. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm chuffed. Chuffed to bits. It's been very quiet on the old picture front, so it's really lovely.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do like pictures of your pets later or something like that.
Did you hear the groan? Did you hear the groan from George? George?
No.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
But do you know what we could do?
We'll wait for Charlotte on Monday, because I know she really loves that kind of thing. Yeah, she really loves it.
What about pictures of Christmas crafting or your craft rooms? That's what we should do.
Why don't we do it in our launch day later, Debbie?
Yeah, that'd be good.
We'll do Christmas crafting pictures.
And it doesn't have to be. I don't want anyone to feel like shame that they can't because they haven't got a craft room. Can I tell you, when I first started crafting, I crafted on my kitchen table and I stayed there for many years.
Yeah.
I didn't have the space to have that because I had a lot of people living in my house, can I just say, with 3 kids of my own and me adopted one, which was my nephew, because he lived with me for a long time. And at one point I had my mum living there as well, so I had no space. I had no space to craft.
Full house at yours, Debbie.
You what, though?
Full house at yours.
It was a full house, yes, but now people have started moving out. I've got more and more space coming, so now I'm a little bit more blessed that I have got space to craft. So, but I don't want you to feel ashamed. You send your pictures in of your lovely craft spaces.
Yes, please. Please.
Doesn't matter if it's a table or if it's a dedicated room or if it's a great big room at the bottom of your garden.
Could be a lap tray, Debbie.
Now, I'm just going to pop these on, Joe, and again, it's just that case of crisscrossing, deciding, do you want it to stick out at the sides? I like the neatness of it coming in and matching the size there so that it will fit into that envelope. But there's no right or wrong way with this. You decide your design and then stick that on. So I'm just going to pop on my top piece of glue. And I'm going to have mine sitting at the bottom and sitting at the side.
Excellent.
And just remember when you are doing this, don't have it like this because it won't sit correctly. The points need to be all aligned. Doesn't matter, it's this bit that can come out if you want it to.
Pam calls it a diamond point card.
Is it a diamond point? Yeah, I didn't think. I called it like a double diamond point, but I thought it was something along those lines because you see the diamond straight away, don't you? That's what I look when I see this. But I love this style of card, and the lovely thing about this is it can be as big as you want, as small as you want. But if you just remember the rule about these at the bottom, you'll be absolutely fine. And it just creates a really stunning card. I've loved this for many a moon. It's absolutely fabulous. And then, of course, it looks absolutely corking when you add other things and other items to it. Do you know what we might have to add on as well? We might have to add a Merry Christmas tag. What do you think? What do you think, Joe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, although I might have thrown my Christmas away. Let me just, I'm delving in my bin because I think I might have
Kerry
thrown my Christmas
says,
bit away.
hubby just interrupted Debbie and Joe again, trying to talk to me about booking a cruise. I shooed him away again. He was in shock that CCV is more important to me. There you are, priorities. Priorities. Just say to him, look, give me another 50 minutes, darling, and you'll have an hour to talk to me about the cruise. Or if you wait till 4 p.m, I can give you 2 hours. How about that? There you go. It's the way forward. I'd love to go on a cruise, Debbie.
I want to go on a cruise. It's
Yes.
It's a dream of mine to go on a cruise. I really would love to go, honestly. It's something I've always wanted to do, Joe. Right, just give me a second while I find my Christmas because I've thrown it away like a daft devil that I am.
Not a problem. Sarah Brown says, I'm now watching from bed. I've got hot chocolate and a Kit Kat as well. Yum. I'm nice and warm. Loving the show, Debbie. I mean, there's nothing I want more than a bar of chocolate at the moment, Debbie. I mean, I'd give an organ, honestly, I would.
You're healthy eating,
I'm off
Rich?
the chocolate, off the sugar totally at the moment, Debbie. No chocolate, no laughing, no fun, no enjoyment in anything. Shall we have a little look? All weekend, yeah. Shall we have a little look at Christine's craft room?
Yes,
have a look at
please.
this. I love that she's decorated.
I need to come up close.
Oh,
I need to come up close. Hang on a
Debbie's
minute.
going round, she's that excited. I've got Bethlehem, Snowman, Frosty and Bright. Look at it, it's like a palace, that craft room.
Oh my.
And all those windows as well, it looks gorgeous.
Look at those papers. I want to go and delve in. I want to go and dive in and go and grab hold of those papers.
It looks like a store, doesn't it?
It looks beautiful.
Really, really does. That's all looking fabulous. Lots of Christmas crafting coming up for Christine, I'd imagine. Miriam says I did some organisation last night as I was getting all the Christmas items out. I still have a lot of things on the floor, need to get moved. Don't know where to at the moment. I'm sure more crafting will mean more space to put the items in, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I'm still in awe of Christine.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And you see, if I ever needed an excuse to go across to the stateside, that's the excuse. And like I said, she teaches as well, Christy. They're lovely teachers, just fabulous. And I couldn't understand why she's got such a big room. I was actually looking at the outside areas. Well, it looks beautiful.
Oh, it looks wonderful, doesn't it? Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely lovely. So I'm just going to add, I thought, do you know what? While we've got me Merry and me Christmas, me spare ones, I thought I'm going to bring them in. So we're going to have a Merry. I'm going to have a Christmas. Let's see if I can get that under there. In fact, I might just need the one pad there. Let's take that off and move it across. And let's just put that underneath there. And there we go. We've got a lovely, I mean, I love these dies. Just adore them. How gorgeous. And again, making use of our brand new launch there with our lovely Merry Christmas sentiment die.
Shows you how versatile they are, doesn't it?
It really does. And wow, that's definitely going in my Christmas box for family. I wonder who to send that to later on in the year.
Unless, Debbie, it's card of the day.
Oh yes. Oh yes, well.
Definitely a contender. Let's take you back through then the different designs that you've got. The other great thing, you've got 6 characters in each, so you've actually got 18 characters across the collection. So think about value for money wise, it's great that you've got 18 different finished looks, and you're going to be able to play around with these and make your own. Of that I am absolutely certain. We've got the festive friends, which are these ones here. You will also then receive your festive animals, and you've got the festive nativity in there too. £61.99 or £78.85. They're available individually, but when you get them all together, you get 20% off. So do bear that in mind. And that comes to £49.59, £63.16 if you are a platinum member. Now, if you want to get in touch, maybe you just want a bit of gossip, maybe you've got a question, Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are watching us across on YouTube. It's very busy for that brand new launch and also those wonderful multimedia dies you've seen. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV.
Just reach down my bra and take it off. What? No, not my bra! No, my bra!
Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp, get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
It's always so much fun here on Crafters TV to be had. Kerry says, oh Joe, hubby just offered me a cruise on the brand new Disney ship if I will stop watching and talk to him while the travel agent is on the phone.
Oh no!
Can we watch a commercial break? Well, there you go, you just had one right in time. So Kerry, let me know if you've got it booked. A, is it booked? And B, where are you going? Let's live vicariously through you. I want to go on one of these Virgin ones I keep seeing, Debbie. That's the one I'm desperate to go on. The Virgin Voyages one. It looks so good.
Is it the celebrity they call it? The celebrity cruise. I don't mean
Yeah.
that it's full of celebrities.
No,
But it's
but
called
that would
the
be fab.
celebrity cruise, and I've seen lots of lovely reviews about that one as well. Honestly, before before I leave this mortal earth, like that I'm bringing the nut tone down or anything, I would love to go on a cruise. I really, really would. That's
Do you know
one of my
you can
dreams.
go on a P&O cruise and it's cruising with Jane McDonald? Actually, Jane McDonald is on the cruise.
Really?
She performs as well.
That's amazing.
I mean, we should go, Debbie. I think that's got us written all over it, don't
that
you?
definitely does, because I love that lady.
Yeah,
Love
it really,
her.
really does.
Yeah.
Loads of you still chatting away. Any questions you've got, you can get them into us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. We're going to look at this now. And these are fabulous. It's a Nutcracker box. And Sarah talked to them recently again about how these came around. You know, we have loads of different ideas for Sarah's signature collections. And the way it goes is we just can't bring them all out all the time. So this was a great idea for a Sarah signature collection, but we couldn't make it into a full collection. So Sarah condensed this down into sort of a compact collection for you. And at $44.99, $49.95, they were sensational value for money. However, this is an unbelievable deal because you're getting it. We're actually getting it for what? Less than half price, which is amazing. Just to give you an idea what's in here, card blanks, envelopes, card papers, embossing file. You've got over 315 elements within here. Brilliant. I mean, we had people buying something similar last week, Debbie, just to get all the consumables, because you pay more than that for the consumables on their own. A great stash builder, all brilliant if you want to use it all together. And also the other great thing is all of the launch show from last year will still be there over on the website. You'll be able to go and find that. There is loads and loads. There was a craft along actually with myself and Jan on this particular box as well. $17.60 or $19.20 for platinum members. I don't think you could buy the dies and stamps for that. It's busy on this already. Again, you'll find it in the shop the day category. These are so handy, aren't they, these box collections? Because like you get all the benefit of a big signature collection, but you're just getting sort of core items that you need.
And one thing that I still can't get my head around is that price.
It's unbelievable.
I said this loads yesterday because this is a fabulous collection, a gorgeous Christmas collection. And like you just said, George, and if you've already got this will be at that price a great one to add to those consumables.
Give the stamps and dies and the other elements to a crafty friend, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. But the price is phenomenal for a Sarah signature collection, a Christmas collection, all rolled into one, all in one box. For me, it's an absolute, I mean, literally jaw-dropping deal. I kept saying it yesterday. I kept calling this my Debbie's deal because
Debbie's star deal.
Absolutely star deal. Do you want to take a look what's inside?
Oh,
Because
let's
for
have a
those
look.
who don't know what's inside, maybe this is the first time you're in watching today. This is everything you need in a box, in a Nutcracker. It's all there for you. A little bit of inspiration on the front as well. Lovely presented, as it always is with our collections, but on a Sarah signature collection, it's just absolutely insanely good. Now, I'm going to start with the Nutcracker, telling that story, because all of your beautiful stamps, and there's 19 stamps in total on here, telling the story of the Nutcracker, and it's absolutely beautiful, but lovely images to stamp and colour in with, and of course you've got nice little sentiments on there with the most beautiful vintage script. Absolutely gorgeous. That font is beautiful. Turn it over and you'll see you've got the dies to do the fussy cutting and some. So there's 15 dies here. I know there's 19 stamps and you're probably thinking, well, that don't work out, but it doesn't matter. We've created the main ones that you need. So the rocking horse, the Nutcracker himself, the ballerina, the grandfather clock there, absolutely fabulous. We've popped a lovely extra feature in there, including this Christmas tree that will work out really well in this storytelling that you're going to be doing. The value is insanely good, and for the stamps and the dies, it's probably covered that price of the box that it is right now.
Easily $19.99. Maybe even $22.99 just for stamps and dies.
Think 19 stamps and 15 dies in that one is that price that you can see on the screen just before you even get into the rest. So the rest of it, what have we got in here? Well, we've got lovely stencils, and we've not just got one stencil, we've got 4. I love this one because I think this is gorgeous. You could take your inks to it, your texture paste, glitter paste, whatever it is that you want to ink through or put through there. But I know that outside of the Nutcracker collection, this is going to make a fabulous feature for any of your Christmas crafty stash that you already have. But like I said, we haven't just got one stencil in here, we have got 4 stencils in here. I'm just going to try and grab them out and bring them into you because I think the box has been mixed up from last night. So, and there may even be 1 or 2 stencils missing from there. Oh, there it is. There we are. So we've got 1 and we've got 2.
That's what your bed's like in your bedroom, in my imagination.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All the big swags.
Absolutely, because the embossing folder is that theme, and this fits on beautifully on top of that embossing folder if you want to do a little bit of an inking technique. The embossing folder will work beautifully on its own, and then you've got all of those fabulous stencils that you can then ink through with all your gorgeous colours if you want to, or use these to create maybe a little bit of an opaque ink heat embossing technique, a bit of an inky one, a bit of glitter paste, texture paste through it on top of that, and it creates a lot of dimension. So again, absolutely beautiful. We have got in here 3 sets of don't ask me where that one's gone. Oh, it's there, it's there. There it is. Do you know what's missing? It's my gems. I'm thinking someone's had a little... Yeah, this isn't a full kit because there's gems in here. And not just any old gems, let me tell you. We've got dewdrops and the beautiful gems in there too, mixed colours, the same of this. So we've got thick, we've got a medium, we've got a thin. All 9 ribbons in total. Yes, my gems definitely are missing from here, guys. So I don't know if you've got the boards over there, Joe, to show those.
It's just lovely how it's so all colour matched as well. I think it makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
We've got card blanks and envelopes. You've got 4x6, you've got 6x6, and you've got 5x7. And you've got, I believe, is it 16 card blanks and envelopes, Joe? Can you see it off the top of your head?
1 second, Debbie, I will let you know.
It's quite all right.
It is 12 card blanks, 12 envelopes.
Thank you very much. There's 4 of each. Then you've got all the beautiful papers. You've got 24 sheets of double-sided papers, and again you'll see that you've got the theme of the Nutcracker running through there. These could be focal parts of your card if you just wanted to use the papers, but then you've got the matching coloured cardstock as well that matches. You've also got those gems, which I haven't got in this box, so apologies, but you've got 100 dewdrops and 100 matching gems of the same colour as well. All of that wrapped up into one beautiful box, which just means absolutely amazing at that price. And then you could be making things like this, and I'll fetch in a few so you can see them, but you could be making beautiful designs. This is just using the paper and one of the dies in there. Look at the storytelling going off here. You've got that beautiful embossing folder underneath there with a little bit snipped out to create a little bit of an aperture. Some of the stamps, this is the paper one there. Again, lots of storytelling going off in this gorgeous card. There's so many lovely ways that you can use these, Joe. That's that lovely technique of heat embossing through the stencil. I love this one. This one Rachel did because it's a lovely book
that's
form,
really cool.
and it is absolutely beautiful.
Look at that.
And this is the kind of thing that you can be doing.
It almost looks like it's going to make a noise as you open it up, like
yeah.
a musical book, doesn't it?
It does. But what you can be guaranteed with this collection, I mean, the fabulous price for starters, it's amazing. Everything, 315 elements in this box alone. A Sarah signature collection, so everything matches, it all complements each other. The colour swatches, everything is just as we would expect from a Sarah signature collection. But what you wouldn't expect is that price.
No, absolutely
there.
not.
It's just amazing. It truly is.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm really pleased that we've still got a few left for today, because I know there was a few people that missed out and thought it had gone yesterday. We've got a little bit left, which is why we brought it in today, so you can get hold of yourself a gorgeous collection. Get it now while we've got it.
Yeah, and the great thing is about these collections, yeah, this is last year's launch. There's no getting away from that whatsoever. But that makes absolutely no difference to your Christmas crafting whatsoever. In fact, the Nutcracker theme is totally timeless. So you're going to be able to have it in your collection forever. Remember what you're getting: card blanks, envelopes, coloured card, printed papers, embossing folders, stencils, stamps, metal dies, ribbons, dewdrops, and assorted gems. You've got 200 dewdrops and gems in there alone. So absolutely loads. It should be $44.99. For a platinum member today, it's $17.60. I mean, that is an absolutely ridiculous price. $49.95, $19.20 today for platinum members. I mean, you could absolutely stock up. Brilliant for a crafty friend as well. If you want to have a little gift, maybe for a crafty friend in the run up to Christmas, that would be a great way to go. We're going to go back to that new launch in just a second, but Kerry says, Joe, business finished as I agreed to everything offered. August 2023 in a large veranda cabin to the Bahamas and a stop at Disney's private island. Also, Joe, Virgin ships have got tiny staterooms, so they are not for me. Thanks for the quick break. You are the best. There you go, 2023 in the Bahamas in August next year. Absolutely, that's the way to live. A couple of other people letting us know they've got crafts booked as well. Nicole's going on a 10-day princess cruise in December to the Caribbean, Debbie.
Oh,
Divine. Felicia saying I'm going on a cruise in September. Oh, have a lovely time. Christine says, Mahoney says, I'll run a Crafter's Companion cruise. I can organise one. We have joked, not hashtag
Many
not a
a
joke,
time.
about a crafting cruise, haven't we? But we don't seem to have got it off the ground at the moment. Shannon says, do I have a question from my grandma, because I couldn't answer it. Is the Centura Pearl red paper a bright red? She's very picky about her reds and greens, Debbie.
Centura Pearl. Is this the luxury one?
In the
or
luxuries. I'm not sure if she is in the luxury one.
Check which one you mean.
If it's the luxury one, I wouldn't. I would say it's a true Christmas red, wouldn't you?
I would call that a Christmas red. Now, is it the cherry red in the Centura Pearl? Wait a minute, the
cherry is in the
darker one.
Centura, isn't it?
There's the red one. There's two different shades of red in the Centura Pearl. Top of my head, I need to go and check that out for you and find it. There is one of them that is a true, what I call a true red.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I would say this
Pearl.
is in the Crafter's Companion luxury card. It's very much a Christmas red, but there is cherry in the Centura, which is kind of a little bit darker, isn't it, than a sort of bright red, if that's what you're looking for. I hope that helps, Shannon. If it doesn't, if I've got the wrong end of that stick, do let me know, and I'll try and get that answered for you. We're going to go back to the fancy sentiments. Let's go and take you back through these. Very busy on these. We did see them a little bit earlier in the wake-up call. You guys are loving them. They are a brand new launch today for you here on Crafters TV. And this one, the Happy Holidays, is exclusive to us here at Crafters TV. So if you do want to get your hands on that one, you will have to get it from us. They are all available individually, or any two for £11 or $15. However, you get the best deal when you get them all together. So you've got Happy Holidays. You've got Merry Christmas. Now, what you could do, of course, if you wanted to, is you could mix and match. That could be Happy Christmas if you wanted it to. So see how you can take them and play around with them. Let It Snow is this one just here. You've also then got Jingle All the Way. And you will receive Believe in the Magic of Christmas. $27.96 or $35.80. I think when you think about the versatility that these offer you, it's going to be card projects, scrapbooks. So you're going to turn these into tags. You're going to use single ones of them. You're going to use multiples and make your project about that. I think they're great for finishing off a project and also brilliant for creating a project using them solely. So it's completely up to you how you want to use these, but do not miss out on them. Really lovely font as well. We spoke about this earlier, Debbie, that font is nice, it's stylised, which is nice, but will go with any of your contemporary collections or any of your maybe more traditional ones as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Gorgeous font, very simple, very quick, very easy to create your sentiments with ease and with simplicity, and still have that stylish twist running through them. So I'm going to use and this is the exclusive one, did you say, Joe? The Happy Holidays, you can't get anywhere else?
It is, yeah, can't get that anywhere else other than
Perfect.
directly from us here at Crafters TV and Crafters Companion.
Absolutely perfect. Now, on the front of the packaging, you get a little bit of a gist of the kind of things that you can be doing with them. You could be taking your nesting dies, bit of your multi-purpose cardstock, a little bit of Christmas paper, maybe a poinsettia die. I mean, that doesn't have to be. You can decorate that with maybe snowflakes, whatever it is that you want to do. But you can create something really quick, really easy, especially when you're batch making, but it still look really stylish. I love that. Clean and simple, I'm going to call it, because it really is. Now, I'll do it the other way around for this one. I'm going to use the Happy Holidays. I'm going to use the die first, and then we'll stamp into that die. So let's bring back in our mini, because it fits perfectly in there, so why not? I have got a Christmas red coming up in a minute, what I call a true Christmas red. What have I done with the platform? There it is, which is in the red glitter cardstock. So do you know when somebody was asking us, I'll show you in a second, and I'm so sorry, I forgot who you said it was that asked about the true red. I've got one here that I'm going to be using in a second, which is from our red glitter card. Now, if that wouldn't be classed as true red, I couldn't think of anything else, because that is our, look, not the luxury one. Do you know the packs of 10? That's from the packs of 10, and that's that lovely red. It's called red glitter card, but it's absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah, very, very vibrant. Yeah, absolutely. So let's feed that through the machine. Pop that through. Nice and easy. Nice and simple, and I'm ready to stamp into. Now, when you're doing this, so let's grab my, I'm going to line that up across the die. So the die cut, let me just show you what I mean by that. I'm trying not to get my head in view, but line it up against the die and then we can stamp into it. So let me find my stamping platform.
I think connection just dropped out there for a moment.
was that,
Debbie,
sorry?
we are back.
did
Our
we
internet just
disappear?
dropped out for a second there. Yeah, you didn't miss too much of it. It was only a few seconds
no.
for you. I
Yeah,
think you were just
no.
lining that stamp up.
Yes, all I was doing was lining up. So that's my die cut. This is my stamp. I'll take one of the quick dry inks again. I'll use Chinese red this time because I've got a nice bright vivid red. Of course you could be doing things like your opaque pigment ink. Could be using that one. But all I'm going to do is line this up. Now I'm going to try and do it on the clean part of the mat, plus there's glue all over this mat. I don't know who's been using this one. And I'm just going to line it all up. And I'm just going to, you'll have to excuse me a second while I just line that up because I want to get it in precise. I don't want it to, especially as I'm using I haven't got the magnetic base, so I need to make sure I get this right the first time because otherwise trying to get it back in could be quite tricky. So let's give that a good stamp down and then lift that off. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Oh,
so
lovely.
you can see now two options because I've shown you how to stamp then die cut and then of course die cut then stamp. And I will tell you in all honesty that's my preferred method and it's just because I can then get it in right and it looks beautifully when it's all stamped together. Now I've got myself a little bit of a background paper as well because I'm going to stamp my holidays, so I'm using some multi-purpose cardstock because I'm going to have this standing off there and my holidays underneath it. So I'm just going to place this and position it again where I want it to be. Let's have a little look. Yeah, we'll have it a little bit higher up. Back
Looks
there.
lovely in the classic red, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I'm just going to try and get that straight though. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, perfect. So go back in again. Of course, if you're using your stamping platform, you could anchor this piece down, but I'm just going to go straight in and pop that on. Little bit of ink. And position, stamp, holidays and happy. That's going to sit on the top. But I'll come back to that in a second because we also have on the show later on tonight, and I say tonight, 6 p.m, we've got some beautiful interlaced dies.
Oh,
and I thought the
2
candy
p.m.
canes,
these are on, I believe.
honestly, I love these. Let me just tell you,
No,
these
these
are
still on a brilliant deal because I know we had a great deal. 65% off of these, Debbie.
honestly a huge saving. And when I say a huge saving, we're talking a huge saving for a huge set of dies.
there's
These are massive.
There's less than 100 of these, to let you know.
Wow, she's going really quick
41.97 in the UK, 48.19. You're getting 6. Is that right? You're getting 6 of them. 6.
We honestly.
Whoa! Shut the front door and the
When I
back
say,
door.
yeah, and you know, shut the front door, back door, run up the street naked like you normally say.
Absolutely.
Honestly, chase the bin men. My God,
Yeah.
look at these. These are massive.
Huge.
This is over 7 inches in metal die with the interlace technology, which means it cuts through thicker material as well. So this is just absolutely fabulous, and I love the design of this one, Joe. I've taken a card blank now because that's over 7 inches. I've had to go slightly bigger than I normally would, so I've gone to 7.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and I'm going to place this. And it's like an edge. Well, it is an edgeable, but with this technology that comes with our interlace. And I'm going to pop this down, and I'm going to stick that down onto. I'm going to pop a little piece on this outside because this bit will cut away. And this bit stays connected into the cardstock. So I'll just pop a little bit on that side as well, just so it doesn't move. And then we're going to run it through our die cutting machine.
Brilliant.
Let's pop that on. What an amazing deal for an amazing set of dies.
Yeah, they're incredible. So it should be $19.99 each. So you're paying for 2, essentially paying for 2, getting for 4 for free in the bundle. I'll take you through all the different designs in just a few minutes, but that is an absolute cracking deal. I'll quickly show you those now, actually, whilst Debbie is doing that, because they are amazing. So you've got
it's one of my
dashing through the
favourite
snow.
dies, that, Joe.
So much intricate detail in all of these. Dashing through the snow. You'll also get joyful Christmas tree. They're all such usable Christmas designs. Festive bells. This one here is your sweet candy canes. Then you've got the elegant baubles, and the beautiful wreath in there too. Snap those up. They are not going to be hanging around those at the rate they're going at the moment. $33.58 or $38.55 as a platinum member. You don't even need to think about them at that price, Debbie.
I wouldn't think about it at that price. Look at that price for those dies. Amazing. Lovely little feature on there as well. It's got a nice little embossing feature, so I'm just going to run that back through. This is when you could be cutting 2 layers out as well, so you can put 2 pieces. If you're cutting out as panels, you can put your two pieces together. It's not a multimedia die. Interlace, it's got all that gorgeous lace design around there and a little bit thicker than a normal standard die. So for me, absolutely fabulous. It means you can cut 2 pieces out in one go if you wish to do so. Of course, you could just treat them as you would with a normal die. And like I said, on this, especially this feature, these have got a beautiful, lovely embossed detail as well. So I'm just going to remove that for the time. And literally, the reason why I chose that size, Joe, is because to make that edgeable, I mean, it looks just fabulous anyway, but, oh, do you know what I've done? Did this yesterday. Forgot to remove my tape before I embossed. I said this, do as I say, not as I do day, is right now, because especially this piece here that's going to be still on my card, got to be really careful with this.
Did you just call me Dave?
No.
Oh, I thought you called me Dave.
Dave?
I was like,
who's Dave?
I was like, who's Dave? I thought you said, do as I say, not as I do, Dave. I thought you said.
No, do as I say, not as I do, Dave.
Ah!
Dave, what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Dave.
I said Dave.
Yeah.
No,
we all
not
did.
at all, not at all.
Good old Dave.
Now, what you could do is you could take your inks and create a lovely inky technique through there. I touched on that yesterday, but I'm keeping mine really plain and simple. And I'm just going to give it a little tiny tap. And now I've found out that Leanne taps her dies, I don't feel so bad anymore. Because, oh, look at that, honestly. Oh,
just stunning,
beautiful.
isn't it?
And run your fingers across that lovely raised detail. It's well worth doing it because round here you've got all this lovely dotted design. The only thing I'm just going to do is tiny trim me little ends away, make them nice and neat, just to finish that off perfectly. Perfect. I've got myself that gorgeous, beautiful piece that now is just crying out to be used. And I think I've got time, haven't I? But shall I? Yeah, let's cut it out again because I've got some time.
Absolutely, you have. Linda says, hi, Debbie and Joe, from steamy Minnesota, dreaming of cooler weather. So this weekend I'm planning on playing with these dies to get a head start on my Christmas cards. Well, I think they'll be beautiful Christmas cards. Rosalind says, I love when Joe and Debbie are together. I love when me and Debbie are together.
Oh, it has been lovely.
All day we are here with you.
Yeah, you've got us all day, unfortunately. You've got
then
Jan all day tomorrow.
Jan all day tomorrow, Lily all day on Sunday. Who am I with on Monday? I need to find out, don't I? I will have a little look who I'm with on Monday. I am with Corinne all day on Monday,
yeah,
yes.
I thought Corinne would you up.
Well, what a fabulous weekend I've got.
It'll be fabulous, it will.
And there's some little extra surprises coming up over the weekend as well.
Is there?
Which you'll need to come and join us about, yeah. Something that I've been involved in, which will be happening over on the website. You'll have to come back tomorrow and find out about those.
Really?
But you will not want to miss them.
Oh, you might have to tell me later because I'm not here.
I'll let you know between shows.
That's okay then, and then I don't feel like I'm missing out. Actually, today is my last day because I'm off for a couple of weeks. I say off for a couple of weeks.
Right.
I'm off officially for a week.
Right.
And then I'm working from home on my second week.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be fabulous.
What are you going to do with your week off then?
Actually, I am going to go and see my daughter in Bristol. I'm going to spend a bit of time with grandkids because little Lynn finishing her last day at nursery yesterday. Where's that year gone? It was her last day at nursery yesterday. She moves up to big school in September.
What?
I mean, how has my Sapphire got that old? But yeah, so I'm going to spend a bit of time with grandkids as well and see my mum and that because they're back from their holidays tomorrow, so I haven't seen them for over a week. So I'm going to go and see my nieces and my mum and my sister. But yeah, I've just got loads planned. I want to get started because I did want to do Operation change the old craft room back into my bedroom, which still hasn't been done, Joe. But I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to get done because there's a fair bit of work to get done with that. And I need to time it with my sister having a bit of a holiday with me to help me because it's a bit of a big job that.
Right.
and obviously being on my own, it's not the easiest of jobs to do, especially when you're trying to fit it in with work. I perhaps could have done with a full 2 weeks off. However, I've only got the one because I do have to do some work from home on my second week. But yeah,
Well, you'll be lovely to have a break.
it
all the
is. It's
same.
going to be nice. It's going to be nice. As long as it's not red hot, I'm not bothered. As long as it's warm. Let's put it that way. Warm. I can do warm. I can't do red hot. I'm glad I wasn't off this week. I had to keep ringing my sister to make sure they were all right because they were at.
I've got to say, Debbie, I would rather have the weather we had on Monday and Tuesday than cold weather.
Would you
Any
really?
day. Oh, any day. I'd rather be too hot than too
I
cold.
love- I don't
mean,
get me
I
wrong, I
had the
love it
luxury that
warm.
I was off on Monday and Tuesday, so I was able to, I wasn't working in the heat, which I can imagine was really, really
Well,
hard.
yes, because I shouldn't have been working, but I ended up having to come and I had to come and cover because poor Michelle, because she doesn't drive, stranded. And I don't mean stranded away from home. I mean she couldn't get up here because the trains weren't operating. So yes, so I had to come and stand in for our lovely Michelle just to do the shows. So it was very, very warm up here, but I'm actually quite, I love doing what I do, so it wasn't too much of a chore, shall we say. It was
Do you have an
lovely.
ice pop? Yeah,
Well,
don't
I
start on
didn't
the
get
ice
my
lolly
ice
situation
lolly.
again.
I didn't get my ice lolly.
There was a situation last week where Big Boss Laura came over from the office.
Oh, did she?
She had choc ices,
What?
twisters,
What?
all sorts. Dished them all out, Debbie. I was the only person. I didn't get one.
Oh, marvellous.
I was the only
marvellous.
person in the whole business. I was
wasn't
raging.
here.
Absolutely raging.
I was
Stomped
here.
next door. I did.
Do you know what? I was here this week in that heat, Joe, and I didn't get one. Nobody came round with it. But wait till I see Big Boss Laura. I love Laura.
Oh no, I don't think you weren't here.
No, I wasn't here. Was you? I wasn't
No,
here.
but Ben got them on Monday. Were you here
Did
Monday?
he? No, I was here Tuesday. I was down at Hobby Maker on
Oh,
Monday.
Julia bought them in on Tuesday.
No, she didn't. And if she did, I didn't have one.
Yeah. Posh ice lolly, chocolate ones. Did you not get one?
What?
Oh no.
Hang on a minute. Julia, if you're watching, where was mine? Is there one in the freezer for me? I didn't get one of those on the hottest day in the universe for us.
In the universe. Not like you to be dramatic,
Slight
Debbie.
exaggeration, but for our little universe, it was the hottest day ever.
Do you know that the UK was the hottest place in the world on Tuesday? Was the hottest place in the world on
What,
Tuesday.
we were?
Yeah.
We
We had the highest temperatures globally on Tuesday.
What?
How bonkers is that?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like it warm, Joe. I just want it to be like that every day, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, but now and again, yeah. And warm, I do like it warm. I love sitting in the sun, but the sun don't like me so much, so I can't sit in it very, very long. But I can't get over that fact, so that's amazing. Now, I've just popped some dotty tape pen on the back. This is my piece with all my bits cut out now, so you can see that beautiful red. I mean, it would look lovely over the top, but again, I'm going to create a little bit of a drop shadow with this. So I'm just going to line it up, and I'm just going to drop it slightly so that you can see that lovely design coming through. And it just gives it, oh, I just love this, honestly. And I love these, can I just tell you, these dies are absolutely fabulous. On the edge,
That looks great with
big
the drop
dies,
shadow.
and it creates that little bit of, again, that illusion. Just onto the back, tap that down. I'm going to bring back in my lovely sentiment, because these sentiments, of course, you're going to use in all your Christmas crafting. And I'm just going to pop this onto that. This is that, I said it's Christmas red. It's not really Christmas red. It's red. Red glitter card, packs of 10. You'll find on the website. I'm not sure they're on the show, but you'll find them on the website. Oops, switch this round because this is my coated one. So I'm just going to switch to my...
Debbie says, sorry, Christine, let me get that right. Christine says, Debbie, you can go and visit her for your vacation upstate New York. You can even pop into New York City as well.
Oh my God, I need to make that happen. I need to make that happen, let me tell you. Oh, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. That is another place that I want to go to. I've got to go. In my lifetime, I've got to go there as well. But yeah, wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, well, that would be amazing. I might just take you up on that offer, Christine. Now, I'm going to pop me happy. I'm going to raise it again. So let's pop that on. Do you know what? I could pitch the idea to our Sarah that I could do this on a work purpose. head over to America, go and see our lovely stateside family, maybe hold a class or two or a demo or two. We could zoom in live back into the studio, can you imagine? Oh my God, I think I might have to pitch that idea to our Sarah. Do you think she'll agree?
I think
Joe?
she'll be fine, yeah.
Do you think she'll be fine with that? I think
right.
she might be fine with that, absolutely. Now, all I'm going to do with this is I've added that into the centre. I'm just going to fold this back over and put my score line back in, because obviously it's been through the machine and it kind of gets flattened again. I'm just going to add now, because I'm not going to add much to this apart from I've got myself a little bit of a bow, because this beautiful candy, I'll just add a little bow into that centre there. Can't help myself, love a good bow. Just pop that in. And then add 1 or 2 little gems. So let's have a little gem or two. Where have I put my gems? Where are your gems? I know you're in here somewhere. Where are... Oh, there they are. Let me just bring these in. And I'm just going to add a little sparkle or two into the centre of my snowflakes, because there's some snowflake designs wrapped around this gorgeous candy cane. I love these dies. I was absolutely... Do you call it flabber... What do you say? Your flabber is gasted?
My flabber is gasted, yeah.
Yeah, mine was when I saw the price of these dies.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Unbelievable value for money.
Absolutely the deal of the day.
Yeah, for me,
sure.
yes, absolutely. And perfect with your new set of sentiment dies. They're going to work beautifully, because you've got the design, and then you just need the sentiment.
Yeah, and it shows you how versatile that new launch is, that you can really pull it into any kind of collection, whether it's a signature collection, a nature's garden, or a die collection, a stamp collection. You're going to be able to use it across everything.
Absolutely.
I love that big blingy gem on there as well, Debbie.
Do you like my big... I love my big gems. Got big gems, little gems, multicoloured gems. You ask Jan, she'll tell you. Every time I made a card in store, everybody knew it were a Debbie card because it were blinged up to the eyeballs, because I absolutely love a good old gem. And there you go. Beautiful design with that interlaced candy canes, teamed up with those fabulous exclusive, can we just say exclusive to Crafters TV, but work beautifully. So we talk about them being a new launch. Beautiful style, easy to achieve and put on, and can be the finishing touch on the outside of your card or on the inside of your card. It's entirely up to you, but how amazing you can team those up together.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Let's take you both through both the items then that Debbie has used there. We're going to get that vote in for the card of the show in just a moment. Let's do the interlace first. Let me just share them with you. I love these interlaces because they are like, there's kind of the best of both, aren't they? So they're like a creator card and an edgeable all in one, but then with that all that extra detail packed in there, because you've got that slightly deeper technology in the dies, which means you can cut through those thicker materials, which is great. So this one is dashing through the snow, crying out for a little shiny red nose on there, isn't it, that one? Joyful Christmas tree. This reminds me of like, what is the Christmas film? The Grinch, that's exactly what I was thinking. Look at that, didn't have any clues there to guess that one. That was Gorgeous George of the Joystick coming in there with that. The Grinch, it's definitely got that kind of, sort of old vintagey Christmas vibe to it. Then you've got the bells, the massive bells there. These are the festive bells that you can see. We've got the sweet candy cane. Again, I love this. Sweet candy cane seems to be, I've seen a lot of Christmas trees the last couple of years, Debbie, that have had like a candy cane theme all over them. Loads and loads of candy and sort of all the bright colours. I think this would tie in beautifully with that. You've then got the elegant baubles in there. I mean, you'd have to be very patient, but imagine if you did take the time to paper piece some of those elements back in, maybe with something like a bit of mirror card. I think they would look absolutely beautiful. And you've got the beautiful wreath. Now, they should be $19.99 each. So that means they should be £120 for this collection if you're in the UK. You're looking at $41.97. Across the pond, $137 is what they should be. And they were very popular at the higher price. They're worth every single penny or cent of that. However, $48.19. I don't know about you, I much prefer $48.19 to $137.70 if I'm having to spend my pennies or pounds. $33.58 or $38.55 for platinum members, which is just really quite unbelievable, to be honest. Right then, Debbie, card of the show. It's going to be a tough choice today.
Oh, right, OK, hang on a minute. I've got a bit of time to tidy up, sorry, and a drink of water there to stop my little dry cough there. Right, so we'll start back at that beginning where we use the sentiments. And when we talk about these sentiments, they're going to be able to, across the board, we're going to use them for tags, we're going to use them gift boxes, gift bags, card making, scrapbooking, all those kind of things. So we've started off with my little box there with my Merry Christmas on. Then we did number 2, where we actually combined a bit of both. I mean, I'm probably going to be doing this across the day, where you've got these lovely sentiment dies, but the main focus there are those fabulous, gorgeous multimedia dies, multi-craft dies as we call them, with the most cutest little characters, and I adore those. So that's number 2. And then number 3, you've just seen me with the candy cane, again, with our lovely sentiments. Bit of a theme going through there. So 3, 2, or 1, you decide.
Oh, that is a tough one. For me, I think it's 3. George saying 2, Johnny saying 3. It doesn't matter what we think. I mean, actually, it really doesn't matter at all. It's what you guys think. So, I mean, literally what we think is really rather irrelevant at this point. Right, make sure you get the votes in, though, because it's you guys that gets to decide. Let's go through that brand new launch again. Remember, you've got a full 2-hour launch day coming your way with myself and Debbie at 2 p.m. here in the UK this afternoon. That's 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. And this one, remember, happy holidays, exclusive to us here at Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. So if you want to get your hands on that, you'll have to do so from us. Next one we have here for you is Merry Christmas. You've also got Let It Snow, Jingle All the Way is this one here. And then you've got Believe in the Magic of Christmas, $27.96, $35.80 with a 20% saving. Essentially, you're getting 1 for free there, which is great considering that is a brand new launch for you today. £22 and change, $28 and change if you are a Platinum member. We're going to have another look at, of course, the 12x12s. Now, these are, you'll find these under the Shop the Day page over on the website. They were featured in last night's Cartload. I mean, I can't quite believe it. You've got a 15% saving, and we've bundled together the 2 most popular, well, the paper pads from our 2 most popular Christmas launches this season so far. So this one here is your vintage snowman. Really lovely, very traditional. Lots of greens in here, lots of blues and burgundies. It's a really traditional colour palette within here with lots of traditional imagery, lots of ability to cut these down into smaller panels if you want, or maybe even fussy cut certain elements too. So loads and loads of options. You've got 36 sheets here in this one. It's 180 GSM in weight. And then the other one we have is this one. It's the Frosty and Bright. And again, this one, completely different, but also still quite classic, but really has a contemporary feel, I think, with the colours. It's definitely got a bit of a sort of Scandi Christmas feel to it. Again, they're going to play beautifully with all the other things that you already have in your stash, so especially those sentiments will work across both. And again, you can cut these down. Worth saying as well that they are uncoated, so if you want to stamp on these, you want to ink over them, you've really got lots of ability to do that. And also, maybe you're not someone that uses a 12x12 generally, it's great to be able to take them and cut them down, because you then are going to get a lot more value for money. Demo of the show is number 3, Debbie. Demo number 3.
Do you know what? Sometimes clean and simple is the way to go.
Oh.
And when you've got dies that really are quite striking like that, keep it clean and simple in terms of how you put this together. But of course, those sentiments really do add that little finishing touch there. And absolutely love these. They just are a brilliant addition to our sentiment family, I'm going to call it. The sentiment dies, the Christmas festive sentiment dies, the fancy Christmas sentiment dies. They're absolutely fabulous with the stamps. Just amazing. Love them. I've got loads of ideas, lots of different projects. I've got a counter full under here for later on for that launch show at 2 p.m. Just giving you some ideas on maybe a focal part of your card, or maybe just an additional part to like gift boxes and tags and things like that. So come and join us back at 2 p.m. because I can't wait to get started with them.
There's going to be loads and loads of ideas. You won't want to miss that show. If you are going for those 2 paper pads, remember you've got a brilliant deal on them. It's amazing we've got them both in stock really, but to have them both in stock and to get them at that amazing price is brilliant. So don't miss out on those. The other thing I just want to remind you of as well, very quickly, is of course the Nutcracker, which is this one here. £45 or $50 worth of product for £22 or $24. And actually, do you know what? Scratch that. It's not £45 worth of product or $50 worth of product, because that at the full price was an absolute steal when you consider you've got 315 elements within here. It's basically everything you know and love from a larger size signature collection condensed down to the very, very essential items. At the higher price, it was brilliant value, but at this price, it is unmissable. I mean, if you are a Platinum member, $17.60 or $19.20 is just kind of a bit unfathomable, really, for me. Don't forget what's happening again then for the rest rest of the day, 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. Myself and Debbie back with that amazing launch day featuring those brand new sentiments. And then a little later in the day, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 o'clock East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast, we've got that amazing multimedia masterclass. It is going to be an absolutely fantastic day. So yeah, make sure you come join us. Don't forget to check out your baskets with anything you've got in there, especially the paper pads, the Nutcracker, and that new collection. And do remember as well, you've got those bonanza bags as well, still available over on the website. Me and Debbie are going to pop off, and we're going to go and grab ourselves some lunch. So we will both hopefully see you back here for that amazing launch day in about an hour's time. Take care.